Wake up, same problems, same overwhelm, exhausted, defeated, tired. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get out of bed. I make the bed. I start walking to the bathroom. And Jay, I noticed that I was feeling something. Now, I got to tell you, like, how this all went down, because it's in the kind of unfolding of the story that there's layer after layer after layer. So, the backdrop of this is that it was, I think we all have that moment when we knew that COVID was going to change your life forever. When was that moment for you?
I was one of the optimistic ones. When it first happened, I was like, the world's going to deal with this in like a month or maybe 3 months. And so I think it was about 3 months in where I was like, okay, I have no idea how this is going. And this is not what I expected. So I'd say about 3 months in, I'd say probably around that June time, June 2020.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it happened on a Wednesday in March of 2020.
Early,
because I was taping my daytime talk show at CBS Broadcast Center, and they walked in and said they had found it in the building. And within 5 minutes, we had to evacuate. Show canceled. I'm fired from my dream job. I'm driving home to Boston, Massachusetts, which is where my husband and I have raised our kids. I see New York City disappearing in the skyline. Phone rings. It's our daughter who's studying abroad for college, and they're shutting down the borders. Then the other daughter, they're closing down the university here in California. We all get home, and speech after speech after speech gets canceled. And then a publisher I'd been working with on a totally different book concept cancels that contract. And now I've got to give money back that I've already spent. There's no PPP loans yet. I have no idea how I'm going to make payroll. My kids are in a complete state of crisis and breakdown because their lives are now just imploding before their eyes. I'm worried about the world. I'm worried about frontline workers. And I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I wake up one morning in April, and it's a very familiar feeling. This is not a book about the pandemic. This is a book about how you pick yourself up when you feel like you just don't know how to face your life. So I woke up that morning and I felt defeated. I felt overwhelmed. I felt exhausted. I used the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get out of bed. I make the bed so I don't crawl back into it. And I go to the bathroom. And I'm standing there in the bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth. And as I'm brushing my teeth, I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I think, oh my God, you look like hell. And then my mind started to criticize the woman in the mirror. The dark circles under her eyes, the saggy neck, one breast is hanging lower than the other, just the beat down begins. And then, of course, once you go there, you teach this, your mind is just going to keep on taking you down. And so it became, why did you get up so late? And you got a Zoom call in 8 minutes and you haven't even walked the dog. And you know what's interesting about this moment, Jay? If you had walked in the bathroom in that moment, I would have been able to turn on a dime. I would have said, Jay, I know it's a lot. You don't deserve this. But if anybody can handle this, you can. I know you can. I would have lifted you up like just, it would have been effortless. But standing there alone in my underwear in my own bathroom, I couldn't think of anything to say. And in fact, here's the thing. I don't think I would have believed it because of what you just said. It didn't match how I was feeling. Now, I don't know what came over me because it sounds ridiculous. I've never done this before, but I suddenly found myself raising my hand and high-fiving that woman I saw in the mirror because she needed it. And here's the thing. It's not like lightning struck, right? It's not like the heavens parted and angels are like, oh, life is perfect. That's not what happened. The dog still needed to be walked. I still had endless things. I was still worried. But something in me shifted. It was weird. And it was kind of this thing, because I thought a lot about this moment. It's like my shoulders dropped and my chin lifted. And I didn't even say anything positive. It's like there was this energy flip. And the energy felt a little bit more, not very Jay Shetty, more kind of Mel Robbins. Oh, come on. Get out there. Stop complaining. Get yourself out. Come on. You can do this. Like it was sort of that sort of, all right, here we go. But it was the second morning. The second morning is when everything changed. I wake up, same problems, same overwhelm, exhausted, defeated, tired. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get out of bed. I make the bed. I start walking to the bathroom. And Jay, I noticed that I was feeling something I had never felt in my entire life. And it was this.